Today's Throwback Thursday on Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city. If you're wondering, you just listened to Dami Duro by the one and only Davido, the only David that we have, the Teta BG. This song was sang like 12 years ago. Yeah. If you don't know, it was sang 12 years ago. Gen Z, do you know? Those that are Gen Z, Davido, Dami Duro. Now, I don't know what's going on in the music industry. There's a whole lot going on social media between Davido and Wizkid and, of course, and Don Jazzy. Now, there's been a story that has been trending for a while, for like 4 days now. Wizkid made a post on Twitter, now X. He made a post shading Davido, and Davido went on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, and he has been responding back to the tweet. Now, the tweet Wizkid posted was Davido begging someone for something. I can't mention it. I can't mention it. And then in the process of that, there was a lot of exchange between Davido and Wizkid, to the extent that Davido had to bash Don Jazzy, the very Don Jazzy we all know. And I'm wondering what's going on in the music industry. Why the hate? I thought they are all together.
Okay.
You said it's okay.
Thank God you said you thought.
Yeah, because it's music. Everyone is supposed listening to all the throwback music, right? You could hear quality music back then, and we had a lot of collaboration. You see 4-3 artists singing together, but now how many artists do you see do collaboration?
There will still be collaborations every now and then. There are collaborations.
Yeah.
But the thing is, this Davido and Wizkid field is something else.
You feel it's something that's said before now?
I feel like this one now is just for clout. I don't know why.
You feel they want to do music, release a song?
No, not really about releasing a song. I just feel like they now know how much, the clout adds to their money and their influence. And so you're playing into their hands. They just do all those shades, throw it, and then they go back and drink their moets, and then we're here thinking they're actually quarreling. That's what I feel like what happens in the industry. Everywhere is calm, and they just do one thing, and they both actually know. Do you know they do that?
Yeah, so intentionally, without even saying anything.
The video that we saw, it wasn't Wizkid that shared it online. Someone did.
But he reshared it, or he highlighted it?
It was more like a comment. Like so he was chatting with someone, and then he now put that particular video.
That's it. He did. He still posted it.
Any other person could have done that.
He still posted it. It's Wizkid.
Any other person could have done that.
We are talking about Wizkid here.
My point is that all these things that we think they are clashes, the reality is that I feel like people who are affluent, people who really have this money, who are spending it, just know how to make people who who should not be spending their dough, spend their dough.
Okay, so someone said to me, Davido and Wizkid, they're happy, making money, eating, and those that have not eaten are busy on social media. Because it says about Davido, Don Jazzy, and Wizkid. Anyways, I wish everyone good luck, and I hope they settle their differences.
And if there is any difference.
And if it's a PR, good one. You guys got us there. It's a Throwback Thursday. Today you're listening to Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city. Today, the 2nd of May. Do I still say Happy New Month? It's still a new month.
Yes, it is.
We're still fresh. We're still fresh into the month, so Happy New Month. My name is V to the E to the E.
To the money.
To the money. You guys just added to the money for me. Or you can call me Sparkle Vicky. I would always sparkle. I'm sparkling in red today. And of course, I have my amazing Choco Beauties today. How are you, ladies?
We're fine.
You sure you're good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you feeling the month of May?
It's my month. And
it's the month of May.
Yes. Month of
laughter.
Right and pastor. Say it.
Should I prophesy?
Answer, mommy.
Okay. I'm going to your village right now.
Gotta
mercy.
Okay,
But it's our month of laughter,
Yeah,
back-to-back
it
laughter,
is.
and God made us laugh again and again. And then the month of grace. I'm very expectant this month. This month is very strategic for me. I don't have intentions of playing with the month of May. Any bit. Money, material things, happiness,
Everything.
all around. I'm grabbing them with my full hands.
All right. She's grabbing it with her full hands. Okay. We will be going on a music breather. And when we come back, the ladies, how we do it, we'll go into what we have for you today. Do not touch the dial. And of course, Davido, Don Jazzy, Whiskey, we are all number one. Everyone is good in their field.
Yeah.
Let's listen to the song Number One by M.I.
Number one, yo. Am I a microphone magician? Oh. Everybody put on kite away. Am I a woman? Africa rapper number one. Africa rapper number one. Am I a microphone magician? Oh. Everybody put on kite away.
Yes, sir. And they say I'm the best, sir. I'm on top of the rest, sir. Cash is clear what I do to the list, sir. Rappers are vexed, sir. Chasing me with a Vespa. Some not kicking a pep, sir. Not a threat, sir. I'm a jet, sir. Flyer than IRS, sir. Helicopter flow, tireless, sir. These rappers are kids, sir. No connections, wireless, sir. See my track list. I've been paving the way, John the Baptist. I've been doing my thing round the Atlas. Rappers blowing up and I'm the catalyst. Catalyst.
Africa rapper number one. Africa rapper number one. Am I a microphone magician? Oh. Everybody put on it. Kite away. Am I a woman?
Yeah, no, sir. They can't mess with my flow, sir.
Let us go back.
Do it like this.
Let us throw it back rapidly. Throwback jams on Rapid 96.5 FM.
I'm a boss, sir. Some of them wanna blow, sir. Maybe they should come and pay me tolls, sir. We are the mafia, we are hitmen. Making hits every time that I spit, man. We are chairman, we are big man. So I call you Nicole, you're a kid, man. You checking my fresh, checking my cool, checking my belt, checking my shoe, checking my car, checking my crew. It's simple, I'm better and better and better than you.
Africa rapper number one. Africa rapper number one. Am I a microphone magician? Oh. Everybody put on it. Kite away. Am I a woman? This one on a high life and hip hop combination. Everyone need you and one mulling. Everyone need you at Tiffany. This one on a high life and hip hop combination. Everyone need you and one mulling. Everyone need you at Tiffany. Africa rapper number one. Africa rapper number one. Am I a microphone magician? Oh. Everybody put on it. Kite away. Am I a woman? Africa rapper number one. Yo. Am I a microphone magician? Oh. Everybody put on it.
Aha! This song is dedicated to fella Anukulako Kuti, musical Taliban, number one. Over the rubber, Apollo eye, it may be open eye. And if you're new in the game, make you go pay your tithes. Jebenu tajama bimba bore shere fi mashalegba. Ẹ̀sìn tó ṣíwájú ṣe bóun náà la fi jọba. Ó ṣe you dey get when I am making my money.
Let us go back. Do it like this. Let us throw it back rapidly. Throwback jams on Rapid 96.5 FM.
If I like, I spend my money anyway I like it. Don't come tell me, Mr. Toku. And if you don't see me, you go chop Toku. One land for anybody. I'm the owner of them body.
Double wahala if you're not listening to Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city, and I'm sure you don't want to enter wahala with us. So always listen to Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city, your number one trending radio station. Of course, I'm right. Okay. This is 70 minutes past 2 p.m. and we want to dive into what we have today.
Of course.
There's been something trending on social media. It's about JAMB. Yes. It's been trending for the past 3 to 4 days now. Yeah, 3 to 4 days since the results came out. And a whole lot of students, people on social media are saying a whole lot. And we want to discuss about JAMB. JAMB, Joint Admission and Matriculation Board. I'm sure some persons don't even know the full meaning of JAMB. They just know it's JAMB. I'm going to write JAMB. Well, the full meaning of JAMB is Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board. Now, JAMB is a Nigerian examination you must take before you get into the tertiary institution. Without JAMB, you cannot get admission into the university level. I took JAMB. VI took JAMB. Same as Favor Pretty. Yeah, and we know Nigerian system. You have to take JAMB, write JAMB. After JAMB, you go for post-UTME. And you can only write JAMB after you've done your WAEC. You've taken your WAEC. You're done with secondary school. The next step is for you to write JAMB. Make sure you pass and then get your post-UTME and before you be granted admission into the university. Now, JAMB was founded in the year 1978. That was like 46 years ago. I'm sure some of us were not. We're not alive. We're not alive then. So JAMB was founded 46 years ago. So it's not today. JAMB started. JAMB has been in existence before now. And the sole aim and purpose of JAMB is admitting students into the tertiary institution over the years. This year, the JAMB form, JAMB towards 19th to the 29th of April 2024, we had student candidates who wrote JAMB this year, and the form was sold for 6,200. But with charges and all of that, you have 7,000. Follow up. I'm coming. Now, those who registered for JAMB, we had 1,989,000 students. Let me take that again. 1,989,668 candidates or students registered for JAMB now to partake in the examination. Out of the registered students, we heard 80,810 persons were absent. In this year's JAMB 2024. I'm heading somewhere. Now, the people who were present for this year's JAMB was 1,904,189 candidates were present and wrote the JAMB exam. But I'm saying this is because the results that came out showed the performance of the Jambites. They call them Jambites, right? Jambites. Nigerians have a way of just bringing out name.
It has to be sweet in the ear.
Jambites. So the Jambites, they wrote the exam and the result came out. And the cutoff mark for JAMB is 160.
Very appalling.
Calm down. I know you're Akada. Queen Via is very she's a top tier.
No, I don't need to be Akada to know that that's actually a very poor one.
You feel 160 is a poor mark?
That's what I feel.
Oh, okay. We're coming. We'll come to you. So now 160 is for university admission, for private university, for state universities, and for federal universities. While Polytechnic is 120 for cutoff mark. And College of Education, you have 100.
Wow.
I think they reduced the cutoff because during my set,
it was about 200, 180.
And I'm surprised I'm seeing 160. Well, during my time, it was 200. Now, the performance of JAMB this year, people said it was very poor. Very, very, very poor. Now, let me break it down. Out of those who registered, 8,401 candidates scored 300 and above. 300 mark and above. Remember, the cutoff mark is 160. Now, that's 0.5%. Now, 77,070 candidates scored 250 and above. That's 4.2%. Now, 439,974 students scored 200 mark and above. That's 24%. Now, let's go to the icebreaker. 1,402,490 students scored below 200, which gives a total of 76%. That's above 50%. And so many people have come out to shade Jambites, stating that the score is very low. And we've seen over the years that Jamb has evolved between changing the cutoff mark, the money, the amount you pay. It was I know it was less than that before, and it came up. Now, so many people are asking on social media that why is the score like this? Now, today we really want to talk about Jamb and everything that has to do with Jambites. You know, without JAMB, you cannot go into the university. And once you can go into the tertiary university, you cannot study the particular course you want to study. And definitely you can't go for NYSC. And when you can go for NYSC, you can't be a career person or probably do anything. Except you want to go into the business line, go and learn something from someone, learn a skill, which is understandable. But once you want to go to school, the 4 walls of the university, Nigerian system states that you must write JAMB.
I didn't know. I didn't know the private universities really require JAMB.
Yes, you too.
So, I got this you write JAMB, and then they even post you to a private university. I don't know if you got such.
No,
I actually did.
You did?
I did. Yeah, I didn't apply for that.
You didn't apply for a private university.
And I know that after writing the JAMB, I had a letter.
It's not a mistake.
It wasn't a mistake. I got a letter
happened to you too.
Requesting that this is this. I think it was Madonna University that I actually got then.
Okay.
Yes. So, and I'm like, okay, was it from JAMB? Like, because it was written as a result of the fact that I had already had a score, and so this is the admission I got straight up because I did not apply.
Okay.
So that's why I'm now asking this part. I am aware, very much aware, that you need to write JAMB before you get into the tertiary institution.
Private universities
but
are part
before now, I wasn't certain about what you're talking about right now.
Private universities are.
Which is why, like, I actually felt like there are exams that private universities write, even after the whole JAMB thing. So
I didn't their own post UTME.
I didn't think there was even.
But every federal university, college of education, you must write post UTME. It's a must.
It makes sense to me now because I thought about it. I was trying to remember. You know,
Free admission.
It's been a long time.
It happened to me 2 times. The first JAMB I wrote, I got the admission. I said no, I'm not going to study this. The second time, they still gave me again, but then I didn't go. So I started asking, like, what's happening? How did they even get to know me? I didn't apply. So somebody was like, they go to JAMB office, and more especially all these private universities that are still opening, they need students, they want population and all that, so they go to the JAMB office too.
That was years ago. I don't think that
happened, and I think
my brother got one. So
as of recent,
it wasn't recent, but then he got. So I don't
without
think
applying.
Yes,
it happens.
including polytechnics too. I think.
Especially polytechnics.
Yes. So nevertheless,
was UTME or JAMB?
JAMB.
Okay, we will go to the aspect. But let's go into what we have today.
Okay.
We know how many persons. There's this saying. People use this word. JAMB have jammed me, or JAMB has. I don't know how they put it. JAMB has jammed me. JAMB. You know that popular word, that popular saying people use. Now this JAMB situation happening right now. should JAMB be used to ascertain the knowledge of students before giving them admission into the tertiary institution? Do we use that this period? Because you can see that so many people write JAMB up to 6 years, like 6 times. They write JAMB the first time, JAMB the second time, JAMB the third time, JAMB is jamming them, you know? Should that, once you're done with secondary school, the next step is going into the university. So why must you write JAMB before going into the university?
Okay, so we met this. You mentioned about 1978.
46
years ago. And it's been there.
Someone needs to make the inquiry now.
So now you're talking about people, people go to the secondary schools and they do anything. Now, because of malpractice and some of the things that happened to the system of the secondary school, the country thought it wise to raise up something that would ascertain everybody at every given level. Now, in the secondary schools, you're not there to monitor how they wrote their WAEC or how things were done or what they were taught. But there is a curriculum that is supposed to, analyze that this person has actually gone through a certain level of teaching. And that's where JAMB came up. They wanted to reduce malpractice. They wanted to be able to say, this is how we ascertain that this person is qualified to be in the tertiary institution. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing, one bit.
Okay, so speaking of JAMB, if based on what Queen VI said, JAMB is to, check the malpractice. But then I put it to you that some JAMB, okay, withdrawn. Okay, but then some JAMB centers still practice this.
I've heard of the word special center. Let's say the way it is.
They do this malpractice.
Yeah.
So now my own take is, you've taught me as a student. I've learned. I wrote WAEC. I wrote NACO. Even I know some persons don't write NACO and GCE. They've written their WAEC. I passed. Please, why not give me admission? Let me just enter into the high institution, and study. You get? So there now, when I get there, I know there are higher exams I need to write over there that will then tell me that you actually got this. You are intelligent, and then. So when I get there, I will study. I will learn. When I write that exams, I'll now know whether. I actually learned what I was taught.
You guys should get this. You're done with secondary school is for 6 years, right? Immediately after secondary school, the next thing for you to do is to write JAMB. Now, whatever they've taught you in school, the JAMB will ask you to select four courses, which has maths and is it maths and English?
Maths and English,
and then you have other courses which is related to what you want to study, your art course and either science and all of that. Now, I learned this in secondary school. I did this in WAEC. Why am I writing this in JAMB?
Exactly what I'm saying.
You pass the JAMB, you still go back and you write post-UTME to go into that same university. It's not like the JAMB gives you a direct admission into the university of your choice.
JAMB also gives direct admission.
JAMB gives a direct admission.
Yes, but then the school also have to give you the admission.
Are you talking about diploma?
No, not diploma. As a student, when you get admission, they will ask you to get your JAMB admission letter. You will have a JAMB admission letter and then the school admission letter. So it's for you to, say, I've gotten this admission, I'm studying in this school. Yeah. You are supposed to have that JAMB admission letter. Okay.
Okay, Mr. Kingsley has something he wants to say. Let's get. He just walked into the studio and he was like, "I must contribute to this." Okay.
Well, when you guys were talking about JAMB, I was on the road. I say, let me rush before your guys' program will finish, because I wrote JAMB 5 times.
Wow.
But the thing is that it was pen and paper. My first JAMB, I got admission. So I started schooling in Nekede, but I was still writing.
Did you do post-UTME?
Yes.
Okay.
So my plan was to study law. So due to my first JAMB, I got poly admission. So I keep on writing JAMB while I was still in school. That aside. So the issue is that JAMB have changed. And they need to go back to their drawing board. Because, few years back, JAMB rejected some centers. They remove a lot of centers. So if you ask in Abia now how many JAMB center we have, you will be shocked that it's not even up to 10. Then let's go to River State. It might not be up to 15. But then you will see some private schools, their centers. You will see some government schools that have computers. The university, tertiary institution, their center. But we don't have that again now. You understand? Because what is happening is that you can't expect somebody that will travel from Aba and the person is coming to Omaya or going to Port Harcourt to go and write JAM. My brother, the thing where you read, you go forget.
Yeah, you have to travel. I've even forgotten. You travel to another location to write JAM. I remember traveling from Lagos to Uturu to write JAM.
Mine was from Mbise to Imopoli.
The stress alone, because the people that is writing JAM now, because I think they should be the age of 15, 16 now, compared with see mature people writing JAM. And now, nothing like special center.
Nothing like special
nothing
center.
Like anybody is telling you special center. The person is there's nothing like special center again because JAM system have changed. So the system now is sometimes when you start your computer base, the system will off and you are done for that day.
Exactly, I said it.
So JAM system have changed in the sense that they need to go back to the drawing board. Imagine university doing 120 cutoff mark, 100 cut is poor. Not that these students they are not reading. Some of them might still have challenge in the exam hall, and there is also process. Because I remember my last born wrote JAM like 4 years back. So the process he did is that you have to pay for what will I call it? They say it's logistics for them to power their gen. Now these people are JAM center. Before, when it was pen and paper, whether you use your phone or you don't use your phone, you will pay. It's none of their business. So now they are doing computer based. For me to on generator now logistic, you now pay 4,000 naira. What is the difference between the pen and paper aspect and everything? So I think what people are going through is stress and everything. And of recent, JAM said if parents escort their children to the center, they will arrest them. Why? How will I leave my 14-year-old child to go to another location that he does not know in the name of writing JAM? And this is giving the private school a big waiver because private school, you don't need JAM for you to go to private university.
Really?
Yes, some private university don't need JAM.
You don't need JAM.
You don't need JAM. Okay, so that makes sense now because.
But then on their website, what they have is you need to have JAM 160 marks.
So the system have changed. Some school now they don't do post-UTME. So if your JAM
some private university,
both the public, both because my last born didn't write post-UTME. So his JAM score was 230. So I think there is a ratio JAM set. If your score is so amount is 60 or is 40, then you calculate your WAEC. If you have A, you have to bring 6. So if you have A is a particular score, I think 10. If you have B is either 8. If you have C is either 4. Then you now plus it together and match it with your JAM to now know if you now meet the university cutoff.
Okay, you're listening to Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city. We are talking about JAM, the 2024 JAM that happened. Between the 19th to the 29th of April, where candidates wrote the JAM and over 1 million students did not get above. They got below 200. Now, I want to ask ladies, who should be blamed for the low rate of JAM score? Yes, this is a very technical question, but because I know we have JAM centers, I know we have the student, I know we have secondary school. Who should be blamed? Is it the school, the students, or the government? Should the score be reduced, my ladies?
Okay, so the thing is this: when you talk about who should be blamed for people failing, I always put it out there that apart from the technicalities and what we have, I think we have people who are no longer reading, and that's the truth. So the money you're trying to chase the academics for, you can get it through social media just by doing one parada. And then you have TikTok, you have all your social media, you have money, they're all monetized. So you can make all the money you want. And then they're like, why go to school? Yeah. So people are no longer reading. There's this saying that if you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book. And it's almost becoming glaring that people no longer read at all. So the first thing I'm going to say, the blame is on the younger generation right now. Okay. They are no longer reading. and there's no one to guide you. You know, when you come back from school, we started from the church service. When you go to church, our parents will come back and ask you, what did you learn from Sunday school? After some time, we got to teenage age, and they started asking too. We had teachers who could, coach us and give us assignments, and then when we entered the adult, there was nobody again asking us anything. And so we began to do things the way we wanted, and here we are. So right now we have people who are not reading, who are not studying, who do not want to read, and who feel there are better means to achieve what they want, since it's all about the mola. Yeah,
so they call it the money. So people understand it's the money.
So it's what's happening with our generation now.
So you're saying the students are to be blamed?
They have to be blamed.
Favor Pretty, do you have the same ideology?
Okay, I will say partly. In fact, everybody has a hand in it, but the government, the students, they have a hand in it. If you're a student, you're writing you have exam to write. You should prepare. You should give it your all. I remember when I wrote Wayek and Jump, I read into the night, to the extent my father will come and say, oh yeah, it's okay, go and sleep. Early in the morning, you continue. No, because I know there is something I'm going for. There is something I need.
Okay.
I want this. And if you see some students say, I want to study med-surg, but I didn't get the cutoff mark. Who prevented you from getting the cutoff mark? Now, we also have the situation whereby some students during the CBT clinical exam, when they are writing, their system goes off, not because their time has elapsed but because the system is faulty because of the jam center and all that. The system goes up. This is situational. We understand that now this is not the fault of the student, but in a situation whereby you had your full time, you couldn't even write something, and your score is coming out, you are getting this. I'm sorry, I'm using myself as an example, but then when I wrote jam, the first jam I wrote, I remember getting English 90. That's what I got, English. I'm sorry, but then, so when you check these people, I want to study medicine and surgery, there are core courses you should be so concerned about, like biology and chemistry. So you study hard. That's why I said this thing is just general. Everybody has a hand in it.
Talking about studying now, what's the major distraction for young students? I know we have said mola, which is money, but what's the distraction? We have social media, we have TikTok, we have people telling you, oh, you don't need to study, all you just need to do is start a business and you start making money. What's the major distraction?
It's all boils down to social media. We all know. Okay.
No, go ahead.
We all know that social media has, like we say, done more harm than good, in as much as it was brought out for easy access to the internet and every other thing to help us. Now, these people forget that you can actually use the social media to study. You can use it to edify yourself and get more knowledge. But then they focus on the deceiving part of it.
Does that really work? Because you are online trying to study, and once your data is up, before you know, something pops up, like a message, something pops up.
You can actually ignore it.
Everybody reads differently. There are people that assimilate differently. Now, the people who go well with audio, like you're playing an audio and they're actually listening.
That's, you have to download the audio and keep the audio. Your data,
even if you don't download, there's an app that allows you to actually play written stuffs and you hear them loud, clearly, depending on who you want to speak to you. Now, there are many ways to actually do that reading. The distraction we're talking about, I just think that the system of Nigeria has influenced us so much. The poor state of things in our country is influencing a lot of things. It's making people ask themselves, the end has nothing for us, so why strive the right way to it? Do you understand? Like, you're seeing that people who after they're done with the whole first class thing, you see them, they're not doing
anything.
Do you understand? So you ask yourself,
and then they
what
say
is the
spiritual
essence?
problem.
Do you understand? You now ask yourself, what is the essence? So you would need a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of discipline to be a Nigerian. So I feel like the system has a way it contributes to.
Okay, let's hear from you.
To me, the major distraction is jam lesson. Should I tell you why?
Why?
We are doing computer based, and because if you are treating past question, the past question you are treating to those students is the question that I used far back, maybe 2010, 2011. You are not current, because if you are current and or if the jam question or past question we are seeing is updated, I don't see a reason why those students should be failing.
Fail.
Because why I said jam lesson too, because some people go to jam lesson. They will pressure their parents to register them jam lesson, but they only go there, they want to take pictures, they want to meet friends, not even the social media. Some of them that want to
But
read
let's
who want
say
to read
this.
because
I made friend through jam lesson.
because me I didn't do jam lesson.
But wait, why do we need to have
Jam lesson.
When
Now-
there's
now-
The
now-
jam lesson happens probably if you fail the first time or you did not, or maybe
Or even
you're on
the
a
first
break.
time writer.
Yeah, the first time writer, you go for jam lesson before
And some
jam.
of them are doing jam lesson, are doing WAEC lesson together.
Okay, let me explain something, which is what I feel like this country needs to look into. You and I have an ATM card. You and I have a national identity number. You and I know very well that every time that you want a message to go around,
Yeah.
there's a way the network system, the communication system has a way to send messages to you. Now, my question is, if we have the capacity to do that electronically, why is it difficult for people to sit down in their house
And learn.
and log in their own systems? Like you have a platform, the same way we have issues with our voting. You know exactly that there is a way to get everybody connected and know how many we are. So is there no way to actually get people to have a code where they sit in their house, they have their power, they have their system, everything
Access the
belongs to
past
you.
question.
All you need to do is just click and write that examination there, which is the difference between what we have outside.
You know, we've not come. Let's
not so
Let's
difficult.
call a spade a spade.
It's not
Nigeria
difficult.
has not gotten to that extent of you taking your laptop. You might take your laptop to do your exam in your house. Somebody's got a laptop with the whole answer.
Yeah, true.
Okay, we open the phone lines.
me explain to you.
Let's open the phone lines.
Let me explain to you how
Let's
it
open the
works.
phone line.
Seriously.
We're gonna open the phone lines.
Go ahead
You're
and
still
open
gonna-
the phone lines.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how it works. Sha.
I still want to ask this question, this very important question. Should jam be scrapped out? Our callers, we want to ask, should jam be scrapped out entirely? Because I did a calculation.
I would say no.
Hold on. I did a calculation
Scrapped
and
out.
I multiplied the jam fee, which is 7,000 naira. It was 6,200, but I'm sure with extra charges you have. So
It's up to 8,000.
let's say 7,000 multiplied by 1,900,000 and more than 900 persons multiplied with 1,900,000 persons gave me 13 billion. 13 billion
Okay.
they made this year from jam. Now, I want to ask, should jam be scrapped out? You can call in 091 60 333 965 or 091 60,000 965. I take it again, 091 60 333 965 or 091 60,000 965. Now I'm asking my ladies in the studio. Mr. Kinsley is here. Should jam be scrapped out? VI was saying something.
Okay, so see what I was trying to explain. Now, you have a center, you are ready to get into the tertiary institution, you have a center, and you are allowed to come with your laptop, but you have supervision.
Okay.
So the issue of... Okay.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good
afternoon.
afternoon, sir.
Yeah. My name is Agri Chukwemeka, calling from Umo Nkata.
Okay, sir. Welcome to the show. Your contribution, sir.
Okay. I don't agree that they will wipe jam out. But what I would say is, let jam people go back to their drawing board and think how to make this jam. Let him be a something which, if you go, there will be no disappointment.
Okay.
Now, went to the camp. They took my daughter out of Omahia, which I spent almost 6,000 for transport. Now, Jam tell me that I will not take my daughter to that place. What if something happened to my daughter to that place? Why? The girl is from Omahia here. Now, my annoyance is this. When the girl enter into Jam hall, within a space of 30 minutes, the generator go off. Why they have clicked there?
This happened to your daughter, sir. This happened to your daughter.
Huh?
This happened to your daughter.
Yes.
Wow.
I am telling you the experience I have. Now, immediately they click on, they did not reach up to 30 minutes, the generator went off. We start to run up and down to see how we will get another generator. At the end of the day, these students didn't take a jump again. It ends there.
Wow.
Jesus.
But they have now put these people at the range of the people who fell jump.
Of course.
Who is fooling who?
Okay.
So I mean, the young people have to go back to their drawing board and know how to fix it on. As you people are saying, look at the number who fell. Have you know why they fell? What of it, this thing I'm saying now, which happened to my daughter, happened to them? How many people is in that jump hall that day which this thing happened? You will calculate them as the people who fell jump. But if this thing did not happen, maybe one or two people from there could have succeeded. So, I mean, the jump people have to go back to drawing board.
All right,
I will
sir.
not say let them scratch jump out, no. But
Okay.
let jump go to their drawing board and fix it very well.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for calling. He said, "Let jam people go back to their drawing board, and you can still call in 09160 or 09160 Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Hi. Good afternoon. What's your name and where you calling from?
A wonderful colleague in the building. My name is Sam.
It's great.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Sam.
Yes.
Where are you calling from?
All right. Yes, calling from Zone 9. Zone 9. Yeah.
Okay.
Zone 9.
All right.
Yeah, I've actually been following the program, and the in VI, I think you have done justice to the discussion already. You know, in as much as yes, we want to blame the students, yes, they have their own portion of the blame, but the board, just like their name. Someone said, the last caller said they should go back to the drawing board. They have the board already. But are they even really ready to make use of the board? You know, they have a big thing to do. And that's one thing that have not gotten well. This exam, we spend money for the preparation a lot. We just mentioned the amount now that they are gained. But it's so unfortunate that the students, majority of them, they are not happy. On the emphasis on the equipment being a disappointment to the students, I heard that a particular center, they couldn't finish their exam that day because almost all the systems there went off when the students were ready.
Did they say they were going to rewrite the exam? I know that there were some casualties from the data that I have. About 8,000 persons did not write the exam due to some casualties.
About 8,000, not 800. About 8,000. That means
But you know, it's not included in the statistics I called out. It's not included.
So that's a very big problem. We know the Gen Z, era is actually affected, but we still have wonderful students that read, they studied, they went there, but the system failed them. The system we are operating. So it is what it is. No, don't stop jam. It is also one thing that, get you are going to write jam, whether you like it or yes, you prepare. But if the system, the board, fail to do their own well, that's why we are having issues. If you don't, just like normal exams during our secondary school days, if you don't read, you will fail. You don't blame anybody. But you made so many people to be having so many reasons to fail.
All right, sir. Thank you for calling in. You can still call the studio line 09160 965 or 09160 Should JAMB be scrapped out? I was asking my leaders before the call came in.
No.
Well,
No.
I feel it should be scrapped out. Let
Because
the
I don't know why
students-
you have JAMB, but you still have post-UTME.
And then in the university, you still write exams.
Let me tell
to
you,
yourself.
let me
Multiply
put it to you, V.
7,000.
The answer is
by
we have
one
trust
mother, 1
issues in
million.
this country.
30 billion naira. What are they using 30 billion to do? Hello. Hi, good afternoon. What's your name and where you calling from?
I'm Victoria, calling from Awama.
Oh, we have 2 Victorias in the studio. Now we have 3 Victorias. Welcome to the show, Victoria.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I don't think jam should be scraped. But the only thing I disagree with is the fact that we have to write jam. Even after the YS and NACO thing, we have to write jam. And after writing jam, you pass jam, and then you have to write post-UTME. And then probably you pay admission. That's the most annoying part of it. So I think they should just stick with jam as a way of getting into the station and leave post-UTME. This is just making us spend money.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So as I was saying, I feel this jam should be, scrapped out and then leave them with post-UTME. If this person passes his or her WAEC.
Or better so they can write jam and then remove post-UTME.
I don't even know why they need that, because if you write jam and the reason you're writing, you're clearly stating that you're writing because you want to do med surg. And then the system should just be straight up. This is the cutoff mark for every institution that you want to enter and you want to read med-surg. It's not about the institution now. It's something that was supposed to curtail. So it's either we have this or we don't have that. Now, there's a point I was discussing with someone the other day. I said, even if you want to do this whole jam thing, is there a way to say, if you write jam this year, you can still use your score for this year for next year? In case you are not able to enter into, that kind of stuff. Where you had the examinations that you write that they will say you can use it and apply again to university for the next 3 years. That kind of stuff works instead of the whole spending.
Right, and every
but
year.
for me, I feel jam is checkmating some people who just want to rush into into the university system, and it's helping to check people who really did their work. Now, apart from the technicalities, the technical issues that we have around here, some people just don't want to do anything.
Okay, so you're saying jam should not be scrapped. What are you saying?
Jam should not be scrapped out because
what should I do?
Do you know why? Post-UTME is even more difficult than the jam because some of their post-UTME used to leak and they have their special candidate that they will give admission at the end of the day.
I'll show you.
Aside that, jam on its own, the system has changed in the sense that if you score high, you are sure of admission.
But it's not
you're not sure.
No, should I tell you how the thing worked now? How the thing worked now?
Say.
Okay, I scored 140 and Umudike is scoring 120. So if I'm putting Umudike second choice, I'm not supposed to put Umudike second choice. I have to go and change Umudike to my first choice.
Can you change?
Yes.
But it's a federal university.
Once you change it to first choice, JAM will give you admission.
Yeah.
That is how the system is now.
Umudike give you admission, you will still write post-UTME.
The admission now have nothing to do with Umudike. JAM now is one giving direct admission
to the school.
So
you're not going to write post-UTME.
You're not writing post-UTME. So once you change to first choice, because other people they will say, oh, they put this school second choice. My first choice, I did not meet up the cutoff mark. Then you start writing post-UTME. You start processing.
Let me tell you, I tried that. You see that there are a lot of processes to this. They will tell you it's not working now. Come back tomorrow.
No.
It's not working
That is why I said
you have to pay this amount of money.
That is why I said JAM have changed. You can only do change of school to accredited JAM center. This is not what you do in Sabai Cafe again. No more Sabai Cafe stuff and everything. So JAM have changed. Even if I want to change course, you go to JAM accredited center. That place you wrote your JAM, go to that place. That is where you will change your school, and that's where you will do your change of course. No longer Sabai Cafe and everything.
All right. Queen VI said JAM should not be scrapped. Favor Pretty said JAM should be scrapped. Mr. Kingsley is saying JAM should not be scrapped. And our last word before we leave.
What are you saying also?
Our last word before we leave the studio. The Igbo crew is coming up. This is 4 minutes to 3 o'clock, and you're listening to Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city. We have been talking about JAM. What's the last word Let's leave the studio.
I think proper care should be given to this. Let the jam people or whatever they should put an eye, look down into this thing and reduce the stress to the candidates.
Queen VI.
I think it's painful that everything that happens you don't know who to report to.
Exactly.
It's a very terrible system because right now, assuming those students had maybe like maybe CCTV, something that they saw how there was the gene and the power issues, they'll be able to say, okay, these certain persons come back and rewrite.
All right.
We need to really check myths in this country.
I think medication have nothing to do with distance, because if that man said the doctor traveled and spent 6K to go and write jam, what you should do, even if your score is low, you can still get admission. Just look for school that meet up your cutoff mark and put them as your first choice. Surely you will get your admission.
Thank you so much for joining in. We want to say thank you, and we hope that the students who are listening prepare very well before going to write jam. Jam is not magic. No magic will happen. No more jam special center. So make sure you prepare very, very well. On behalf of the ladies, what do we say?
Adios.
To have an amazing day as we leave you with the song Ara by Brimel.